Air quality experts say wearing a mask like this isn't going to do you any good. That's because the pollutant called fine particulate matter is about 1/13 the width of a strand of human hair. And something that small is going to go right through a mask. After a quick sweep of the alley, this magnet is so full I can hardly pick up new pieces. Out here on the water, you can really see the difference between where the pool is now and where it normally is. People all over East Tennessee and really throughout the country are asking themselves, what can I do? And for many people, the answer is simple and as powerful. It is prayer.
At that point, was that one of the most gruesome cases you had ever seen?
Yes, it was.
Some are boarded up, but that doesn't stop people from breaking in. Court documents I picked up today and documents we obtained and told you about yesterday piece together the picture of a man with a long history of aggression, harassment, and assault. A number of homes around here burned to the ground while some were spared. Today I spoke with a family who lost nearly everything.
My husband was running downstairs. He was screaming, "Get in the car, get in the car."
It was a narrow escape for Chasleen Bryant and her husband Jonathan, their 4 kids, and 2 dogs. But the family's 2 cats could not be found in time to escape. When the Bryants returned home on Tuesday, this is what greeted them.
We seen the devastation, which we kind of expected, but your mind can't see it any other way until you see it.
We met them Wednesday outside their Hidden Lake Estates home in Wares Valley, where they returned to search for their remaining missing cat.
We got one yesterday, and we came back for him today, and here he is, and he's shocked. He's really shocked.
And the cat's name is Awesome.
He used to walk when he was a kitten on his hind legs, and that's how he got his name, because he did all these awesome things.
Including now surviving a wildfire.
I was scared when it happened. I was crying.
And how do you feel now?
Good, since I got my cat back and everything.
The Bryants have lived in Wares Valley for about 5 years, but had just moved into this home in June. Now it's gone.
I don't even own a spoon. I don't own a toothbrush. But these babies, my family, I have them. And to me, I feel lucky. I don't care what was in there. I have them and I have this community.
Belongings can be replaced. It's people and pets that cannot. The cat, by the way, was found back here in the woods behind this Hidden Lake Estate sign. And Awesome the cat, we're happy to report, is safe and sound with his family tonight. John and Robin, back to you. In an alleyway that's building up,
here's one, here's another one.
Chelsea Inman.
I'm legally blind in one eye, and I can see them, well enough to pick up what I can.
Is looking down.
There's one right there. There's another one.
Nails, screws, and other sharp shards of metal scattered throughout this public alleyway that runs parallel to Cumberland Avenue and connects drivers to parking lots.
There's nails everywhere. Like, you can just look down and pick them up.
Which is why she says she's plugged her tire twice now and reached out to 10 listens.
Any of these can puncture a tire.
She says she'd like to see the contractor take responsibility.
Clean up your mess when you're done. There's tools available. It just takes a magnet.
A simple tool like this power pick magnet we're going to try sweeping along the alleyway. I knew Chelsea had found a handful of screws and nails, but I was still so surprised how easy it was to find objects that could do damage. After a quick sweep of the alley, this magnet is so full I can hardly pick up new pieces. This particular project is a private development as Landmark Properties builds the standard student housing. We took Chelsea's complaint to the company, which responded with this statement. We put our best foot forward in maintaining our construction sites, but sometimes we do fall short, and that may be the case here. We invite citizens or passers-by who notice any issues to stop by the construction trailer on site or send us their information via email. In addition, we will be assigning more workers to conduct complete sweeps of the construction site. But publicly funded city projects account for much of the Cumberland construction.
We have requested the construction crew to sweep regularly every day, if at all possible.
Ann Wallace with Knoxville's Office of Redevelopment says anyone with a concern about any construction site, public or private, should call 311 during normal business hours.
What that enables us to do is to track the concern and make sure that it gets properly responded to by whoever is appropriately responsible, whether it be private development or city crews or a public project.
Someone with a punctured tire can file a claim.
There's got to be a solution to it.
And a dismayed driver can report a problem, no matter how small
Here's another one.
it may seem. Becca Habegger, WBIR 10 News.
Oh, yes.
If you're like Will Hoskins, you got a lot of political flyers this election cycle.
More than I needed to read, I think.
He's at the Cedar Bluff Recycling Drop-Off Center discarding some of those mailers.
That's a piece of one that came in the mailbox.
And a peek into this bin shows he's not alone.
I think everybody's ready for this election season to be over.
Tom Barnes, also here recycling, says he's ready to reduce political bickering and rediscover compromise.
You take the best of the left, you take the best of the right, you come together and you find a solution that satisfies everyone, not just one party or one group of people.
Just ready for people to come together and ready for some healing, I think.
Carrie Morgan voted and praised.
If we can have different views and love each other and do what we think is best, I think that would be a big step.
What is it going to take to come together? That depends on a lot of things. For example, how big the divide is going to be between the Congress and the President, whether there's going to be cooperation.
Amid the unwanted flyers are the cereal boxes, magazines, and ads of everyday life.
Whichever way the election goes, we still have cardboard to throw in the bin.
Getting on with things and moving beyond this contentious election cycle. In that respect, and with respect, we all win. Becca Habegger, WBIR 10 News. Yeah, John and Robin, as you know, people all over East Tennessee and really throughout the country are asking themselves, what can I do? And for many people, the answer is simple and it's powerful. It is prayer. And that's exactly what a group of people here did tonight at the Sevier County Courthouse in downtown Sevierville. As the sun set into another night of uncertainty,
Amazing grace.
a small and heartfelt group of people, most of them strangers to one another, gathered in downtown Sevierville at the courthouse.
Thank you for all the blessings that you give to us.
Thomas Rimmer organized the vigil. He lives in Jefferson City with no personal ties to the fire. He just felt moved.
Well, I just had it on my heart just to pray for all the people affected by the fires, all the firefighters that's fighting the fires.
And he invited others to join him, like Sue and Doug Ely of Sevierville, who learned of the vigil on Facebook.
But hoping that they can put, Gatlinburg back together. I know they will. It's just going to take time.
And Dennis and Susan Sonnefeld, who live in Pigeon Forge and had to evacuate Monday night.
She didn't really want to leave.
Their home is safe, they learned Tuesday, but they spent the night wondering what they would find.
Yeah, it goes through everybody's mind, I think, when you're in places like this. But throughout the years, we've grown to say that we don't have any problems. We have short-term inconveniences.
Counting their blessings and grateful for the community.
We took some stuff over to the fire department just a few blocks up here, and I'm telling you what, there were people dropping stuff off like you wouldn't believe.
If there's one running theme, it's the outpouring of love and donations from the community, plus an outpouring of prayers. This is a situation where, as I said, people are just wondering what they can do. If you're curious, WBIR.com, we have a list of ways to help. Also, if you just look to the Red Cross, they have a way to donate from your phone. Charles the pig has quite a tale to tell, and today it's a happy one.
It's been a long 3 weeks.
Rob Holmes and his family visited their pet pig daily here at the UT Veterinary Medical Center.
He loves the belly rub. The belly rub.
After 3 weeks of intense treatment,
Are you ready to go home, buddy?
Charles
Hi, buddy.
gets to go with them.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get him home in his new pen.
Take care.
Yep.
See you, Charles.
To To fully appreciate his survival, the Holmes took us to what's left of their home, which they fled with minutes to spare.
It's survival at that point.
Unable to drive over trees and power lines downed in the wind, they ran to a neighbor's waiting vehicle and had to leave Charles behind.
This is where he was when the fire hit.
And how did he get out?
Only he knows.
A neighbor found him the next day near the bottom of the Holmes driveway, alive and burrowed into the mud.
This is where Charles made it through the fire. And you can see how he rooted the mud and ran around. Even the stump was on fire and he still managed to survive in that spot.
Does that amaze you?
It's a miracle. There's no other way to explain that. I mean, take a look around. There's nothing left. The Lord had something to do with this. He had to.
Finally.
Oh, there you go.
Come on.
Oh.
At Grandma's house where they're staying, the Holmes welcomed Charles home.
It's so good to have you back.
With a telltale sign that he's happy too.
He's a strong, strong pig. He's definitely given everybody a lot of inspiration and hope.
In Gatlinburg, Becca Habegger.
This is probably the best Christmas present we could ever have.
WBIR 10 News.